I hope you missed me because I'm back with the Big Bang Theory. Okay, so as you know, it's been kind of like a month I've not been active on any social media platform. But now I'm back and it feels kind of awkward talking to a camera, but I have some great content for you guys, and that is a road trip. Yeah, and I took kind of silent shots of the road trip and decided to commentate on them later, or else you would have ended up with this kind of clip. Yeah, I know, not appealing. But it all started when I woke up, got ready, put the baggage in the car, and then took this awkward little clip. Here we go. Yeah, I know, pretty awkward, but thereafter the car was ready and we were on the road, leaving the place that I call home. The place where I sleep, eat, burp, fart, and make YouTube videos. Me, an introvert in the big world of vlogging. Or as people see, a Gen Z on his phone instead of enjoying the beautiful scenery. But joke's on them, tourists do that too. So ha! So there I was, on the road, wondering what great shots I'll get. Then, I saw road construction. And I said, meh, worth showing. Bet some of you have not seen a road construction before, have ya? Or maybe you have. Maybe. Okay, now there I was taking my shots, you know, the usual cars between my shots and the beautiful background and more cars. But I was totally okay with that. I was really. Not okay. But it's okay, I got this really cool shot of this big hill with the nice vast land with small trees and shrubs and a white lorry. Yeah, and then we get to see the beauty again, and then again we see a white lorry. So at the point of the second lorry, I thought, let me just change the angle from this side to the opposite side of the car, where I was to reveal, drum rolls, the plain vast land with workers trimming the grass. So now there we were in a small town called Machakos, where I encountered the cutest public garden I've ever seen, with cute trees, the little trees like short trees, and cute little benches, and the public, hence the public garden. Now, before we left the town, I saw so many lorries packed by the road, so many long big lorries, that just made me realize how insignificantly small I am. How insignificantly awesome and small I am. Okay, so now leaving the town, we came back into the wild, to the vast nothingness. One thing you're gonna notice is that after every town, there comes nothingness. Now, since we were back in the wild, I forgot what I wanted to say. Let me go and check it. Okay, so since
I was on the front seat,
I was on the front seat,
I got to see the whole view.
I got to see the whole view. Not like the back seat.
You either have the left view or the right. I got
Well,
the
you
whole
either have the left or the right view. Read it properly.
Me, the contributor.
Okay. So, since I was in the front seat, I got to see the whole view, not like the back seat where you have either the right or the left view. Now, me sitting in front looking at the long straight road, a road that was 480 kilometers to be exact, and approximately 7.5 hours long. That's how you say it. Okay, so now, upon seeing all that empty land, you must be wondering what that's for. Well, that's for all the animals that are over there, wild animals. So logically, as I was on the road, I was expecting to get some great footage of antelope, zebras, camels, buffaloes, and all kind of animals. But I got something better. I captured something rare. I captured livestock. Yep. great clip if you've never seen livestock before. Have you?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we get to the most beautiful clip I have ever taken in my whole life, and probably the most beautiful clip you've seen today. Now this is the most beautiful scenery that I have ever seen with my own eyes, and that is beautiful hills with fog on the hilltops, and at the background there are some hills that are almost fully covered by the fog. So this scene was so great, and I felt so lucky that I was there to see it and capture that moment, and it will be forever remembered in this video and in my head. Okay, so after that great beautiful shot, you deserve to see some animals. So finally I get a great shot of more livestock. Now we're about to thumb wrestle while I speak to you guys to see who's the best thumb wrestler. While we speak, we reached a place called Imali where there are so many greengrocers back on the road after this lockdown and everything, and I won. And it was great to see them back. They had so many fresh vegetables and fruits, and usually they're there selling all this stuff for people traveling from Nairobi to Mombasa or Mombasa to Nairobi, and their things are really fresh because right after passing all those stalls, the next thing you see is their big land of farming. Okay, so after passing the place where all these greengrocers have their stalls and their farming land, we get to a cool looking straight road with sand hills on the side, and then we see more livestock. I'm starting to think at this point we wouldn't get to see any wild animals. But wait! We did get to see some baboons, but the downside, they're sitting exactly next to the road, so it looks like we're just zooming past them. So it's going zoom, 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 zoom. Then we see the stars of the vlog. More livestock. Looks like they're in pretty good population. Yep, zoom, zoom, zoom. Okay, now at this point, we're gonna see some cool and weird things, like this big hill with big boulders that I've seen before, but I thought that you guys should see because seeing a hill with ginormous boulders is not that frequent. So take a look at that clip. Now, after passing that hill with big boulders, we now get to this weird looking trees, where if you have seen Harry Potter, you're gonna see a lot of similarity between them. So these trees look like the trees from Harry Potter. This is Egyptian then. But enjoy the trees. Okay, now that you've seen the Harry Potter trees, now it's time for you to see a ginormous sisal land with Harry Potter trees. I kinda like seeing Harry Potter trees, so here's another clip of Harry Potter trees.
And we're back with the Big Bang Theory. Yes, the intro. Yes.
Okay, so thereafter it came to noontime, which was about 12 o'clock, and that is when we got a blue and clear sky showing a hill and the plain and empty road in between a savanna. So after showing you the sky and the savanna, we then come to Kenya's new railway system, the SGR that is going side by side with the road. And it looks kinda cool. Okay, so after not seeing civilization for ages, we finally reach it. We finally reach civilization. Okay, this specific town called Voi is a stopover where many people make stops to drink coffee or, get the daily dose of caffeine, whatever they prefer, espresso, this and that. Anyways, we stopped at this specific cafe that was towards the end of Voi where you could see this beautiful hill, that beautiful view. And then the next thing, me, my mom, and my dad's shadow trio were walking inside the cafe. Then we see the inside of the cafe, which looks kind of nice and decent. Then, what kids do, my small sister takes me towards the playground to push her on the swings and make her slide. Unfortunately, we did not get enough footage of that. Why? Because our stop was kind of short. Okay, so now after having our daily dose of caffeine, we were back on the road, ready to go with this beautiful scene in front of us of the cafe. Then I saw my mom doing something. At first, I was confused. Then, upon inspection, found out that my small sis didn't eat her food properly, so she had some stuck on the side of her cheek. Now I'm starting to think how long this road is. 488 kilometers. Well, good news, we are now about 100 kilometers away. We reached this old town where we used to go when I was a little child, where my grandparents used to live. So it was kind of like almost nighttime when we reached there, so we got this cool shot of this really old mosque which was there since even before I was born. And great clip, there was a train passing in front of it until next to the end some trucks and lorries started crossing through and spoiled the shot, but anyway, that's okay. The next thing is, for a stopover, we went to probably what I think must be the world's smallest hotel. It's the world's smallest hotel because literally it was a small room with 2 beds and a bathroom without a door, might I add. Then you can see the gap between the door, and then sleep deprived me vlogging and showing you how the room is with my big red eyes that need sleep. So basically I was not out. Oh, and this town didn't have Wi-Fi and it didn't have the TV, so the only thing left for a human to do was go to sleep. Now, so we woke up the next day, rise and shine, sleepyhead, whoop. We were ready to get back on the road and we started leaving town, and you can see us saying bye-bye to the mosque. Now, after crossing that, we get like about 20 or 30 minutes later, we come across the SGR again, from where we passed under it and it made a cool shot. Then after that we see another. This is the biggest that we saw than the last one. The biggest sisal field I have ever seen again. Since I was small, it's been there, so the biggest sisal field I've ever seen. Okay, we're on the road. We're left with a few hours which got converted into minutes because technically it was nothing much to show on the rest of the road, which you've not seen before. Just the road. We've seen that plenty of times. But we reached this town called Mariakani after a while. And this Mariakani town was small. It was great. It looked nice and cool and decent. Then about 10 minutes later we were out of the town and we were on our road almost reaching Mombasa, and you can tell we're reaching Mombasa when you see these tall palm trees and coconut trees by the side of the road. That's when you know Mombasa's near. Okay, so after a long and tiresome road of 488 kilometers, we were just half an hour away from Mombasa, and you can tell when we reached this cool and amazing road. Just take a look. Another thing we saw when we were taking this cool and awesome road was a landslide. Yeah, I think there was some rain and that caused a landslide, which caused all the sand to slide up on the road and caused a blockade. But luckily there were two roads divided, so each lane shared the same road. And we were back, and within no time we were in Mombasa. We first got confused when we reached the gate. Turns out we were just supposed to turn right, so we turned right. We reached Mombasa. And that's it. That's the end of my part 1 vlog. Okay, not quite yet. We are almost done. We're coming to the end of the video, but we have some bonus clips that did not make it in the video, but you can get them at the end of the video. So they technically did make the end of the video, but you can check them out after I'm done. So yeah, let's continue. Okay, now since we're at the end of part 1, you must be wondering who this is. Well, to find that out, stick for part 2. So go ahead and subscribe so you can get notified when I post my part 2. Bye-bye.
Bye. Peace out.